10 women who made history in the legal system. Ever wonder who paved the way for women in the realm of law? Meet 10 inspirational women whose remarkable efforts broke down boundaries and changed history. From fighting for equal rights to serving as Supreme Court justices, these remarkable women reshaped the legal landscape and inspired future generations. Let's explore their stories and the impact they've made. Number 10, Loretta Lynch. Being the first Black woman to hold the position of Attorney General of the United States, Loretta Lynch was a groundbreaking lawyer. Born in North Carolina, Lynch graduated from Harvard Law School in 1984. She fought for fairness and equality throughout her professional life. Before her historic appointment as Attorney General in 2014, Lynch served 2 terms as the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York. She oversaw programs to protect civil rights, end discrimination, and advance gender equality in this capacity. Throughout her tenure, Lynch was known for her strong devotion to justice and her willingness to take on urgent legal matters. Even after leaving office, she continues to advocate for equality, inspiring others to pursue justice in the legal system. Number 9, Sonia Sotomayor. A remarkable figure in the legal community, Sonia Sotomayor broke down barriers when she became the first woman of color to hold the position of Associate Justice on the U.S. Supreme Court. Sotomayor, who was raised in the Bronx by Puerto Rican parents, overcame challenges to earn her Yale Law School degree in 1976. She started out in Manhattan as a prosecutor, fighting for justice. Sotomayor's passion and legal acumen led to her historic nomination as a federal judge in New York, becoming the first Hispanic federal judge in the state. President Obama nominated her to the Supreme Court in 2009, owing to her national prominence for her commitment to justice and civil rights advocacy. With her unwavering support of equal rights and voice for marginalized communities during her time on the bench, Sotomayor has made a lasting contribution to American jurisprudence. Number 8, Gloria Allred. Powerhouse lawyer Gloria Allred is well known for her fierce defense of women's rights and gender discrimination cases. Hailing from Los Angeles, California, Allred earned her law degree from Loyola University School of Law. She is renowned for taking on well-known cases that challenge societal norms and promote justice. Allred has devoted her professional life to standing up for victims of abuse, harassment, and discrimination based on gender. She uses her position to raise awareness of these issues and encourage change. Known for her unwavering quest for justice, she has taken on cases against influential people in Hollywood and other institutions in an effort to make them accountable for their actions. Allred's approach blends legal expertise with media savvy, using press conferences and public appearances to bring attention to her cases and advocate for her clients. As the president of the Women's Equal Rights Legal Defense and Education Fund, she goes on to make strides in the fight for gender equality. Number 7, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Known by her nickname, RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg was a prominent figure in the legal community and a staunch advocate for gender equality. Born in Brooklyn, New York, Ginsburg overcame challenges to become a leading voice on the United States Supreme Court. Graduating from Columbia Law School in 1959, she endured discrimination in her early career but kept going, co-founding the Women's Rights Project at the ACLU. Ginsburg's strategic legal actions defeated discriminatory legislation and cleared the path for legal gender equality. She was appointed to the Supreme Court by President Bill Clinton in 1993, and she served there honorably for more than 20 years. With her fiery dissents and constant dedication to justice, Ginsburg gained popularity and became known as the notorious RBG. Throughout her life, she inspired generations with her intelligence, resilience, and passion for the principles of equality and justice for all. Number 6, Janet Reno. Renowned for her groundbreaking career and unwavering dedication to justice, Janet Reno was a leading figure in the legal community. Born in Miami, Florida, Reno graduated from Harvard Law School in 1963, where she was one of the few women in her class. she worked her way up to become the first female state attorney for Miami-Dade County in 1978. Reno's devotion to strengthening the criminal justice system and standing out for vulnerable populations was evident throughout her tenure. She was the first female United States Attorney General, appointed by President Bill Clinton in 1993, and she handled the office with honor and vigor. Reno's legacy includes efforts to fight domestic violence, improve law enforcement practices, and uphold civil liberties. Her constant support of equality and the rule of law throughout her career left a lasting impression on the American judiciary. Number 5, Anita Hill. Anita Hill is a courageous attorney and professor known for her advocacy for workplace equality. Following her 1980 Yale Law School graduation, Hill's career took a dramatic turn in 1991 when she gave a testimony before the Senate Judiciary Committee. Her testimony stated allegations of sexual harassment against Supreme Court nominee Clarence Thomas, sparking national dialogue on gender discrimination and workplace misconduct. In spite of harsh criticism and scrutiny, Hill's courage exposed structural problems and opened the door for legislative reform. Her testimony led Congress to enact the Civil Rights Act of 1991, which strengthened laws against discrimination in the workplace. Hill is an influential figure in the struggle for workplace justice and gender equality because of her unwavering dedication to justice and equality, which continues to inspire new generations. Number 4, Sandra Day O'Connor. Sandra Day O'Connor was a revolutionary figure in American law, most recognized for becoming the first woman to be appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court. Raised on a cattle ranch in Arizona, O'Connor broke gender norms to pursue a career in law. She encountered discrimination in the legal field after graduating from Stanford Law School, but she overcame it to become a well-respected lawyer and judge in Arizona. O'Connor was selected by President Ronald Reagan to the Supreme Court in 1981, and she held that position with distinction for almost 25 years. O'Connor was a practical and powerful voice during her term, frequently casting the deciding vote in important instances. Her decisions influenced American law, especially in the fields of voting rights, gender equality, and federalism. Number 3, Constance Baker Motley. As the first black woman to argue before the U.S. Supreme Court, Constance Baker Motley was a remarkable lawyer and civil rights fighter. Growing up in New Haven, Connecticut, Motley faced discrimination but excelled academically, graduating from Columbia Law School in 1946. She became involved with the NAACP Legal Defense Fund, where she was involved in several historic cases on civil rights, such as Brown v. Board of Education. Motley successfully argued 10 cases before the Supreme Court, winning 9 of them owing to her bold advocacy. Besides her legal profession, she held the office of Manhattan Borough President and was the first black woman elected to the New York State Senate. Motley's legacy as a trailblazer in the legal profession and tireless support for equality continues to inspire. Number 2, Belva Lockwood. Belva Lockwood was a remarkable pioneer in American history, known as the first woman to run for president and the first female attorney to argue before the United States Supreme Court. Lockwood, who was born in 1830, overcame gender stereotypes to pursue a legal career, earning her law degree from the National University Law School in 1873. Despite facing opposition, she successfully convinced Congress to pass a bill allowing qualified women to practice law. Lockwood created history in 1880 when she brought a lawsuit against the restriction of women from the legal field before the Supreme Court. Beyond her legal achievements, Lockwood's presidential campaigns in 1884 and 1888 as the candidate for the Equal Rights Party portrayed her commitment to women's rights and equality. Number 1, Charlotte E. Ray. Being the first female African-American attorney in American history, Charlotte E. Ray was a leading figure in the country's legal history. Born in 1850, Ray broke societal expectations by pursuing a career in law, graduating from Howard University in 1872. Despite facing discrimination and prejudice, she became the first woman admitted to the District of Columbia Bar. Ray's diligence and drive paved the way for future generations of women of color in the field of law. She created history in 1875 when she appeared before the District of Columbia Supreme Court, shattering stereotypes and motivating others with her extraordinary achievements. Today's young attorneys are encouraged and empowered by Ray's reputation as an inspiration for gender and racial equality. That was it, guys. Subscribe right away to keep up with more amazing stuff.